Right, I think we should be going live.
Well, it's on here. Lockdown live.
That's the one off. There we go.
Yeah, it's on live.
All right then, so here we go. First attempt at streaming live. So we are looking to people, if you're watching it, if you want to take part, if you want to send us messages on the live chat. Hopefully we'll find out how it works and we'll respond to you if we can. So we're here on lockdown, back again. We got Michael. Say hello, Michael. Michael's frozen.
I think Michael's gone.
Michael's gone. Good start. He's back. Michael, are you back with us?
Yes.
Good man. Say hello to everybody.
Me specifically?
Yes,
Hello, everyone.
there you go. That'll do. We got Sean with us. Hi, Sean.
All right. Hello.
All right, you sound enthusiastic anyway. Jacob, say hello down in London.
How are we doing on the body tonight?
Good man. We got the Mad Mistake. Say hello, the Mad Mistake.
Hello, the Mad Mistake.
That's more like it.
Not enough for it.
We got Dino. Say hello, Dino.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. And myself, wee Philly, down here. We got people already sending us messages. Stephen Hensel, friend of ours, wants to know who's having a beer. Well, that'll be me. Oh, we're all.
Won't be me. I'm not a drinker.
Oh, well, there you go.
I'm the only one cast
Dino's on the Coca-Cola.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty
I'll
much.
be on the drink soon enough.
What we decided to do, we've in the week, the six of us, we decided to jot down our top five most memorable moments in football. And when I started mine, I ended up with 16, but I've had to narrow it down to 5, which I've got. So we're going to do that. We'll run through those for you, and then when we finish those, we'll throw it over to everybody, our subscribers out there. If you want to ask us any questions, put it to the panel here, and we'll do our best to try and answer them for you. So I'd like to go in reverse order. Top 5. So 5th first. Who wants to go first?
Anyone written anything down?
Dino.
Do you want to start with the depressing one first?
Go on then, Mad Mistake. If you want to kick us off then.
Things will only get better after this, right? My first memory of football, and on a big scale, was the 1982 World Cup. Italy obviously beat West Germany 3-1 in the final. And whenever I think of this situation, the night before, I got an 18-rated movie out. And I watched this 18-rated movie, and I think it was called Brain Dead or something like that. I've been brain dead ever since. But there was one scene where there was this guy lying in his bed, and the blankets were taken off him, and there was a head at the bottom of the bed, just a decapitated head. And he looked in horror at this head. There was blood everywhere. And then the head looked up, his eyes looked up, and just started talking to him. So the next day I was watching the final of the World Cup, and all I could think about was his flaming head the whole way through. And then imagine his head being kicked around on the football pitch as the ball. And it's just like, that's the final of the first World Cup I ever watched. And whenever I think of World Cups, that always comes to my head. It's just bizarre, it's mental, it's just the way it is, you know. That's my first memory of the World Cup, believe it or not.
There you go then, the Mad Mistakes. Top fifth memorable moment. Michael, your fifth?
Okay, I was quite lazy. I've jotted this down in about 5 minutes, but I think I've got some decent ones. The top 5 number 1, because I've only been into football for the last decade or so, was when England beat Colombia on penalties in the 2018 World Cup. That was some special moment, especially
with glove.
Yeah, especially with the lovely Jordan Pickford, Sunderland lad, prevailing as the hero of that shootout. And obviously England were historically pretty bad at penalties, to say the least. I think it was one of those times where everyone felt they could get together as a nation, even if it was just for a few weeks. And fair play to Gareth Southgate and everybody got everyone together in that fashion. Really, and I'm not really big on international football, but that was the closest I've come to being really fully England in that moment. Loved it.
Good man. Sean, top five, your fifth one.
The fifth one, I was going to say it, what she said, I'll jot them down. But when I got with England versus Germany, 2001, when we won 5-1. Remember the game won 5-1?
Yep.
It was for the qualifier for the World Cup.
Michael Owen.
Kostenyanka scored for them first. And I think it was it Michael Owen got the equaliser? Then Gerrard. Then Owen.
Heskey.
Heskey got the fifth one, didn't he? It was like, I mean, you know, we've always done a long hatred towards Germany, and I think, like, obviously, the 1990 we got beaten from the penalties. Euro 96 on penalties. I watched that other night. That was a bad thing. Obviously, 2000, I think we beat them in the qualified, but that game was just brilliant. I mean, I was scored. I still can't believe the players in that team didn't get to a final. You know what I mean? Like Scholes, Gerrard, Lampard, Michael Owen, Rooney. You know what I mean? I can't understand it. But that's my fifth best moment.
Good man. Jacob?
Well, obviously, growing up in North London, there was only one team to support for like most youngsters. But obviously, I decided to go against that. And obviously, I grew up not that far from Highbury, and that was Arsenal. So that invincible team from 2004, that was just out of this world. And there was only one player that people wanted to be when they were trying to show off their fancy footwork in the playground with a football, and that was Thierry Henry. And that season, oh my God, like the king, absolutely phenomenal. I remember watching this one goal. It wasn't in that season, but I think it was against Man United where the ball came to him and like he flicked it in the air and then like flicked it right into the top corner with a volley. Honestly, just like watching him being part of that invincible team, like the movement, him, Perez, Vieira, Dennis Bergkamp as well, was just like a joy to watch. Like at that period, there was like the two greatest players in the world for me was the Brazilian Ronaldo and also Thierry Henry as well, with Dennis Bergkamp being a close third. Just that's my type of football. Just fluent passing, tiki taka, and it's just absolute joy to watch at the time. And going an entire league season unbeaten was just an absolute fantastic achievement at the time for Arsene Wenger's team.
Good man. Dino, then.
What we're talking about here?
What a twat.
What we're talking about greatest moments in football. Like
Well, yeah,
personally.
your top five most memorable moments. Going 5 down to 1.
Way.
Did you not
First
do your
one
homework
was-
then? Did you not get the memo?
Nah, sorry, mate. I've been running around 40 hours. It's been my birthday today. And happy
Birthday
mate.
today. Happy birthday
Yes.
to
Happy
you.
28 stone.
You.
Right. My first ever memory really was World Cup 2002, Japan.
Yep.
Japan and Korea.
Because we used to watch the matches in the school hall at the old school. I was only about 7, 8 at the time.
I was only
And
10
I
myself.
remember watching the England v Brazil when was it Owen scored? Was it Owen? Who scored again?
Michael Owen.
Was that not against
We took
Argentina?
the lead.
Anyway, go on.
No, I remember the Argentina game, but that was really, we got a lucky pen and we just defended for the whole game, but we took it to Brazil for we got that 1-0 lead, and that was like the England way. It was just amazing. We had picking Scholes. We had an unreal team. The team was unreal to watch. And our Sven going out and everyone didn't really like him, but I liked the bloke for some reason. He had something about him. I liked it, and it was heartbreaking when Dino done the chip.
What?
Are
you live streaming? Yeah.
And, that was hard. That was probably heartbreak internationally when Dino chip were and done were like that, and then he got sent off, which was quite funny. But yeah, that was probably up there as like a highlight for me when Owen scored. But that game in general, watching us play the likes of Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Roberto Carlos, that Brazil team was just amazing, and it was lovely to watch.
Well, for me, in 5th place of my top 5 was way back before all you lot were born. Well, apart from the mad mistake. It was Christmas 1978. I'm a 15-year-old Sunderland fan, mad keen. Used to go to all the away games. Me and my mate used to queue up for the gates opening at 1 o'clock. Full end, straight down the front there, where you used to sing your head off. Just worship the players, had all the posters on the wall, and just mad passionate Sunderland fan. And it's over Christmas time, and it's about 11 o'clock at night, and my dad had been to the pub, and he comes back to the pub. It's not a joke, by the way. And he comes back to the pub, and he's said, "Oh, I brought some friends back to have a drink in the house." So, load of blokes piles in. Who comes with him but Bobby Kerr, right? So I'm like, flipping out, Bobby Kerr's in my house and all that, thinking, my God, I can't wait to get to school, tell all my mates and stuff like that. So anyway, my mum got the camera out and took a photo, and this, right, that there is me, right, in 1978. Can we see it? There you go, with Bobby Kerr and my younger brother. There you go. So that, for me, was one of my top 5 football memories, top football moments, meeting Bobby Kerr in our house over Christmas. So there you go. That's my 5th. So, mad mistake. 4th one for you.
Back in 1982 again. This time not the World Cup. My first ever away match. Going on a bus journey with my dad. Going down to the Hawthorns to watch Sunderland play West Brom. And the bus journey seemed to take forever and a day. Going past the Villa Stadium on the way past. Then getting off the bus. Being ushered to the ground with... that noise?
Somebody's playing the drums, man.
Being ushered to the ground by the police. Then looking over to my left-hand side and seeing 3 or 4 police officers pulling 2 or 3 fans to one side and beating them shitless with absolute truncheons because they must be misbehaving or something. They were giving them a good hiding, like proper hitting them, like not like you could do in these days. Really giving them a good hiding. Getting to the ground, everybody was expecting West Brom to win because they had Silver Regis. Obviously, we had like Stan Cummins, Gary Rowell, Nick Pickering, Chris Turner in goal. And we went on to win 3-2. It was my first away match. It was absolutely fantastic. What an absolute great journey home it was. I was absolutely buzzing. What an experience. I mean, 12-year-old lad watching, grown men getting beaten up by the police officers who just laid into them. I was like, what the hell's going on here? And then getting into the ground, the nice ground of Hawthorns. It was all one side, just all glass windows. And then obviously Gary Rowell scoring in the last 90th minute to make it 3-1. And then obviously West Brom scored to make it 3-2, which is a great away day. My first away day with my dad. It was fantastic.
So, Michael.
My next 2 are certainly my next one's kind of on for more, next 2's on for banterific reason, to be honest. This one's the, if you remember in 2012 when Chelsea got to the Champions League final,
Yeah.
you remember they beat Barcelona 1-0 in the first leg, and then in the second leg they were 2-0 down, 2-1 down on aggregate, down to 10 men. And I think we first scored for Chelsea, and then remember that Torres goal in the very last minute.
Keeper. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not the bit. The bit is Gary Neville's commentary. It's when he does that thing. How can I describe it? Orgasm-like noise on national television. Jacob knows what I'm on about. It was absolutely hilarious.
Impersonate us for it.
No chance. No chance. I'm not making me.
There you go. I did it for you.
No, not quite like that.
Right. Sean, on to yours, mate.
1998, Sunderland versus Charlton at Wembley. Obviously, one another score, 4-4. For a neutral, it was probably one of the best games you'll ever see. Obviously, I was there. I don't know if any of you were there, but the atmosphere was unbelievable. I think I was 15 at the time. And I still don't know to this day how you can play that good and lose a game. Because scoring 4 goals at Wembley as well, you think you're going to win the game. I mean, we had a class team then as well. I mean, we had Quinn and Phillips, we had Lee Clark in the middle, Kevin Ball, Alan Johnson, Summerby. Our back four was solid. We had Lionel Perez as the goalkeeper. Maybe that was one of the reasons why we didn't win. But the game in the whole was end to end. It was brilliant. But the noise and the atmosphere was just something I'll never forget it, because I mean, when Quinn got the equaliser, mind of the stadium, the noise was just unreal. And then we got the equaliser, and we had our tails up. And then when he scored 5 minutes later through Phillips, he chipped over the keeper, made it 2-1. And the noise then, people was just diving all around. It was just brilliant. But obviously, like you say, we seemed to score, then Mendonca would just get one back. We score, then Mendonca would score again. And then obviously went extra time, and then somebody scored with a class goal, hit the ball. He could hit the ball, man, as well. Hit the ball, and I thought, this is it, we're going to win it now. And then it pops up again, Clive Mendonca. And then obviously against the penalty, I just wasn't feeling confident. And just with that, Lionel Perez, I just didn't think he was a goalkeeper. But that was a great day. But that didn't make forever that day. But it was just heartbreaking getting beat as well. That close. It was just devastation.
It was. Jacob?
Right, so number 4, I feel like I've got to have a Sunderland moment in there, otherwise I'm going to get an absolute battering. So I've gone for a derby game. It was October 2008 against Newcastle. It was the season they went down, by the way. So this was, I went to the derby 2 years earlier in 2006, but I wasn't really like a serious football fan then, which was Shearer's last game. So I went to the 2008 one with my godfather, and that was like the first time being a proper die-hard fan, being taken to a North East derby, and just like the atmosphere was like, it made the hairs on the back of your neck stand. It was absolutely out of this world. And just the moment for me, obviously it was 1-1. Dribril Cisse scored for us. Abiobi scored a header, I think, for them just before half-time. But Kieran Richardson stepping up, and I've never seen a free kick hit so hard in one game of football. Honestly, it was just a left foot absolute rocket into the top corner, and like the whole stadium of like literally erupted. I mean, I don't know, it was like what's the word now on Twitter? Limbs. That was it, limbs. I almost fell out my seat like over the top of the stanchion. And honestly, it was just absolutely electric. But yeah,
it was 28 years since we'd beaten them at home until that particular time as well. So it was, that was quite sweet. So, Dino, memorable moments.
Memorable moments. I must admit this one was one of a particular highlight for us. When we played Chelsea at home, and I think it was a 3-2. We got beat, but it was a hell of a game. And Newcastle went down to a Jermaine Defoe own goal against. Was it against Fulham, if I believe? Was that Fulham?
No, it was against Villa.
Villa. It was Villa. And I remember because like the game was going on, and it was the Sunderland game was amazing to watch. I mean, them had like Didier Drogba, Nicholas Anelka. I'm sure they had Essien at the time, Cole, I think, and it was just a mint game because them scored, we scored, them scored, we scored, and it was all within the last half an hour, I think. And I remember when Newcastle were getting beat, we were all singing, and the Chelsea fans were singing because that's where the Chelsea fans were in the South Stand at the time. The away fans used to be. And I remember I ended up in the Chelsea end, and we were all singing. The mags are going down, and we were bouncing the Chelsea end, and they were singing outside the stadium, the statue, and it was great. It was what a day that was for the. I think that was the first time Newcastle had went down, wasn't it?
Well, it was the first time under Ashley went
as a Premier League team.
Yeah, they went down, and just that day, it was a lovely hot day as well, and it was just a great day. It was just bounce around with the Chelsea fans because you're not really allowed to mix in with the crowd, but everyone was just in each other's ends. It was mental, and it was just a great day all round. And Newcastle going down was even just a hack. That was just a bonus. You know what I mean?
Well, for me, in 4th place, May 1991, Man City versus Sunderland. and Sunderland needed to beat Luton's score to stay up. It was the old First Division as it was then. Sunderland took 15,000 supporters down, and we went down, and there was just, I know there's, whenever we go away, there's Sunderland all over the place, but honestly, there was just Sunderland everywhere. The atmosphere was just tremendous. And it was just a party atmosphere, and Man City scored, so we went 1-0 down, but then we equalised, and then we went 2-1 up. Oh, it was Niall Quinn who scored for Man City, by the way, and then Niall Quinn scored again, who equalised. Peter Reid was manager of Man City, and so it was 2-2, but then we found out Luton were winning, and then right in the last minute, Man City scored. But it was just weird because you didn't feel upset, down. We were relegated, but it was still like a party atmosphere. It was all on the fences. Nobody would go, wouldn't leave the ground until the fans had already, the team had already been out. Dennis Smith was the manager, and we waited, and it was 45 minutes later, because we wouldn't go, and they had to bring them out again, and the players did another lap of honour, and it was weird because we'd been relegated, but scenes, nothing like it. The atmosphere was just tremendous. So it was Man City 3, Sunderland 2, May 1991, and we got relegated, and the following season was when they started the new Premier League after that. So that was my number 4 in the top 5. So, Mad Mistake, we're on to number 3. What do you reckon?
Number 3, well, all mine are Sunderland ones because they're just all personal memories to do with my family, and yeah. I'm going to go for number 3. I'm going to go for 1985 Milk Cup final against Norwich. We did lose, yes, but again, it was my first experience at Wembley. Still got the rosette now.
Good lad.
Went with my dad at Roker Park, got the bus down from Roker Park. I remember just on the journey down, I didn't feel very well. I spent half the time in the toilet, and bus toilets haven't changed. They're absolutely disgusting. There always horrible toilets in the bus, apart from the National Express, which is really spot on and nice. But we got to Wembley, and I remember just like, it's just all concrete, a big concrete building. You would have to drink inside the ground. And the noise was absolutely amazing. The amount of noise that Sunderland fans made was absolutely fantastic. I said it'd take forever to get to Wembley. Then at Wembley, you were just slowly going around and coming out to the Wembley Stadium. It was just absolutely amazing. I was with my dad again. And obviously when they scored, I was kind of heartbroken. But I remember some bloke just lifting us up. I was 15-year-old at the time. Like, we just lifted us up in the air. He says, "Come on, we're going to get an equaliser." And then we got that penalty. Clive Walker that missed the penalty. It was like, oh my God. And the journey home, leaving the stadium, I remember this Norwich bus just come alongside us, and every single Norwich fan pulled a Mooney out the side of the window. It was absolutely hideous, but it was a good laugh apart from losing the match. But it was a great experience. But it was, I mean, those days, few and far between, the amount of fans, and the fans before the game were playing football with each other. Yeah. And after the game, they were all having a laugh. There was no fighting or anything. It was just fantastic day apart from the defeat.
Michael, third moment for you?
Well, I actually had to change it last minute. Originally, I had Chris Kamara red card blunder on Sky Sports, which was one of the funniest moments I've ever seen in anything. But I was going along with what Mad Mistake did for number 4, I think, which was on the subject of away days, was my first away win in the league. Which was when we beat Burton 2-0 under Chris Coleman. Funny enough, I think in the league it took me about 9 attempts or whatever it was, 9 or 10 attempts to see us win away, and it was just the fact we were drawing 0-0 until I think the 81st minute, and then James Vaughan delivers the only good moment he's ever delivered in a Sunderland shirt. He actually scores an open header from 2 yards. But it was just, and George Honeyman backed it off. But it was too late, and I was right in front. The goal was right in front of me as well. So I was able to see both goals in a clap view, and just seeing us win, the Coleman's first win, on my first away win personally. It was just I honestly had the feeling we were going to kick on and actually go and at least have a respectable season. But of course, we all know what happened. But the day itself was great because of 2 late goals in the first win. Couldn't knock it.
Superb. Sean, number 3.
Well, I've had to change mine twice now because Jacob and Michael's pinched.
Well, it doesn't matter. It can still be your, still be your moment.
So I'm going to go for third. I'm going to go for 2005 Champions League final. Liverpool 3, AC Milan 3.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was absolutely unbelievable. I mean, you look at the AC Milan team; they just had quality all over. And I mean, when they got the third goal, they went 3-0. You think that's game over. Dead and buried, done. But the way Liverpool come back in the second half, I've never seen anything like it in my life. It was just like they got the. I think it was a Gerrard got the header, got the 3-1.
Yeah.
And I think was it
Schmitzer.
Smith, Schmitzer, and then there was a penalty Alonso for the third one. But it was just like you look at that team, right? That like Seedorf, that Pirlo,
Kaká.
The back four, Maldini, Cafu, Stam,
Maldini.
You're not seeing a better back four than that. You know what I mean? But and like Kaká, Crespo, just that class all over. But Liverpool, I just think, on paper you would see it. Milan had a better team by a mile, but Liverpool they just weren't going to lie down. They never see a die attitude, and the way they come back was fantastic. And I think there was a moment in the in extra time, and the ball come across. I think it was from Maldini, and Shevchenko kicked the ball and just hit off doing it. He just went out, just went over the bar, and I think he's saying that's me not. It's there, you know what I mean?
Right.
But,
Can I quickly jump in there, Sean, because Mo Diddley on the chat has just said.
I've seen that as well.
Has anyone noticed that Sean has photos of everyone he's interviewed on his wall? On your wall behind.
I seen that at the same time as you, Philly. That was quite funny, that like.
Yeah, I can see that.
Good man. So, all right, yeah, it was a cracking game, that Sean. They got battered in the first half, but the way they came back and what have you, so quite memorable. So, Jacob, number 3.
Right, so number 3 for me is in 2006. Basically, I grew up in an area in North London called Stroud Green, which is a 20-25 minute walk away from the Emirates Stadium. And the Emirates opened it that year, and they had an international friendly between Brazil and Argentina, which my dad managed to get tickets to, and he took me along. And honestly, the football played that day, it was out of this world. And I think we'd gone down that season. Sunderland had gone down, but they got relegated with 15 points. And I'm sure I went to my dad, why can't we play like that? You know what I mean? And like that day, like the players on the show, they had Messi playing, Robinho, Gilberto Silva, Ilano, Maxi Rodriguez, Zabaleta, but the star man that day was Kaká. Came off the bench and he scored a goal where he basically ran through the whole team, and like it was like a blowtorch through butter. It was absolutely phenomenal. It was just one of the best solo goals I've ever seen. Like him on his day, Kaká is one of the greatest players I've ever seen. He was just absolutely breathtaking, and like that Brazil team with him, like it's just honestly, it draws questions like how they didn't win the World Cup, because I just thought on their day like they could beat anyone. Obviously they won it in 2002, but like obviously I honestly thought they'd win it in 2006 as well, because like Kaká on his day, like no one would stop him, and like he would be in my top 10 like favourite footballers ever, like growing up in school in that period.
There you go. Dino.
Well, this one lives quite high in my estimations. Well, in the Championships season, you might remember the team had players like Daryl Murphy, Liam Lawrence, Dean Whitehead, and a wonder winger called Carlos Edwards.
Oh.
And it was the home game against Burnley, and I think this game we needed to win to be automatic promotion, I believe. And promotion, the game was it was another fiery game where Enzo really scored. We had a penalty. Who was up front for that day? It was the striker, Mr. Penn, and then scored one.
David Connolly.
David Connolly, Mr. Penn, took another one, scored one. Them had the beasting goal in, what's he called? Jenkins or something like that. He was a big tall keeper.
Carl Jensen. Yeah.
Carl Jensen, that was it. And it was 2-2 at the time. Them scored a one-that goal. We scored a pen. The game was unbelievable. It was tense. And then Carlos Edwards with probably one of the... It was a mid counter-attack. I think it came from halfway in. Real good counter-attack. Goes out to Carlos Edwards and he hit that ball and it just flew in, and obviously the stadium absolutely erupted. And I mean, what a moment. I mean, that was just typical Carlos Edwards. He had been doing it all season, and to just pull that out, and it was amazing, and that's a really fond memory for me. And then you hear, if you've ever heard the commentary of it, I mean, he goes absolutely off it on the radio on the commentary, and that's just a great highlight for me.
Yeah, it was a cracking atmosphere as well. I mean, the noise, unbelievable. So, my number 3 in my top 5 then, 12th of March 1988, when you were all just young'uns, or not even born, some of you. As usual, Sunderland took a massive away following, and we went to Springfield Park, which was the home of Wigan Athletic. And we was behind the goal, and behind the goal there was this, it was a grass bank, but then at the top there was like a little bit of terracing, just sort of like 3 or 4 steps, and then this shitty like cow shed at the back, absolutely horrendous. And we were all taking the piss out of it and you know, singing what a shit ground. And it had been raining a couple of days before, and by half time, where all Sunderland was stood, this grass bank had turned into mud. And so at half time, Sunderland fans started flinging themselves down it like it was a ski slope. Everybody was like singing Warner, Eddie Edwards and all that, and it was just hilarious. They're absolutely covered head to toe in mud, sliding down this thing. And there's a clip of it on YouTube if you want to try and find it. And it's just one of those memories, it just happened. And there'll be a lot of Sunderland fans will say, oh yeah, I was there. Massive following from Sunderland. Finished 2-2 in the end, and I think we got promoted that season. But it was it was a cracking day, and just remembered because of that ski jumping on mud down at Wigan in 1988. So there you go, long time ago. So, Mad Mistake, number 2, your second favourite.
Well, it was back in 1991-92 season, the FA Cup, with Johnny Byrne had scored down at Chelsea.
Scored in every round, hadn't he?
And he was a fantastic guy. He loved his hair. He used to get the comb out, do his hair at half time, back on the second half. Just loved his hairstyle. And we brought it back to Roker Park. And I remember before the match started, going in the derby for a pint. Only a young, 22, 21. It was like a rough pub to go into. It was full of Sunderland fans, and these 2 skinhead Chelsea fans came to the door. And they just walked all the way around the pub in the derby. And I don't agree with violence, but they took some bats in that pub. And, they got punched off quite a few Sunderland fans. And they got back to the door, they just turned around, they just waved goodbye, and they walked out. Absolute 2 hard nuts. And nobody deserves to get a punch, but I thought, Jesus, what the hell is going on here? The proper skinheads, tattoos, just couldn't give it a monkeys. But they must have enjoyed it because they got the dollar in. See you lads, and they walked out to the match. But that last goal from Gordon Armstrong to win that match was absolutely fantastic. Oh, it was unbelievable. What a game of football. And when he scored that goal, everybody just ran on the pitch. It was just amazing. It was one of the best nights of my life. Just a midweek match, had a few beers, and just, you thought when we went 1-0 up, and then obviously Chelsea equalised, and he's like, are you going to get through or what? And then we finally scored that winning Gordon Armstrong. What a legend. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic night. One of the memories I'll never forget.
Yep, superb. So, Michael, your second favourite?
This one I actually only just recently put, and I can't believe I forgot it. Actually. To give a bit of context, my mum, before she passed on in late 2006, in the latter years of her life, was a die-hard Sunderland fan, proper, like, mental, probably more than I'll ever be. And I remember last year when we went to the Checker Trade final at Wembley, because I didn't get to go to the League Cup final in 2014. Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the Checker Trade final fell on Mother's Day. I could be wrong, but I think it probably did. And as I was walking around Wembley beforehand, I shed a silent tear on my face, remembering her and remembering what a fitting way to sort of celebrate Mother's Day in memory by going around Wembley. Went from my first personal trip to Wembley and going with mates, going with like a sea of red and white, and obviously a sea of blue Pompey fans. It was just an incredible experience for the game, and the game itself, at least up until right before the end of normal time, was pretty good. So that was just, but in general, it was an incredible experience. Going to Wembley, because that was a dream of mine. I'd wanted to see something in the capital for years, and now I'm sick of the sight of the bloody place. But as of now, as of that point, I was delighted when we beat Bristol Rovers to get through. So, but what a day, what a memory.
Superb.
Can't knock it.
Brilliant. Sean?
Sure, trying to think. When I gone for the Sunderland and Chelsea game at the Stephen Light was the year when we beat 3-2. And it was Sam Alex was the manager.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was I think that was the game where we were remembering. I think they're going to stay up, but I think that just the team as well showed a lot of character. I mean, because Chelsea, they had some quality in that start 11, but it was like up and down the game. But what I remember is the noise when Defoe got the
I remember that.
the third goal. I've been in the stadium a lot of times where the noise has been unmade, but I think that was just like that game. The noise was deafening. Then when the ball came over, I think it was Shevin down the right, he crossed it. It took a nick off, I think, Cahill, was it Cahill? Or Terry? Cahill, but it fell at Defoe. When it fell at Defoe, he just took one touch and I was like, he hit the bottom corner. It was just unmade thing, but it was just, the good thing about that was as well was just the togetherness about the whole of the team. That's what Sam Alex brought to our team. I mean, like, Catmon was amazing, Larson, Kirchhoff was class, Cabal and Konya was solid, you know what I mean, Van Arnold, but it was just, I mean, Barini, when he get played the same before, he wasn't really doing great, and Sam Alex is saying to get the best out of him, but that's what Sam Alex does, he gets the best out of players, and I see that, that deal was just great. I think, I can't remember the game after, but I think it was
Everton.
Was it? No, was it? Oh, was it?
Everton on Tuesday. Yeah.
It was just a great year, like, and I think that was the catalyst to see it, like.
Jacob?
That's what it can like if you get it right.
Obviously, I was drawn between two. One of them was Barcelona's 2011 Champions League winning team, where it was David Villa, Lionel Messi, and Pedro, with Xavi and Iniesta playing in behind them. That was just like a joy to watch that team. But obviously, I know Sean said about the 2005 Champions League final between Liverpool and Milan. That was on the list, but obviously now he's said it, I've decided to change it. No, I don't really, Sean, man. I've gone for the first FA Cup final. I remember watching all the way through, and it was Liverpool-West Ham in 2006. And I think Liverpool were 2-0 down after half an hour. I think it was Dean Ashton and Jamie Carragher scored an own goal. Dribriel Cisse gets them back in it with a half volley just before half time. And then Matt, probably one of the best midfielders in the world at the time, Steven Gerrard, captain, steps up, absolutely hammers one into the top corner, and then literally right in stoppage time, just absolutely thunderbolts one into that bottom corner on the volley. And then it went to the penalty. I think, was it Paul Konchesky scored for West Ham? He put them 3-2 up, and then Gerrard equalised. And then the penalty shootout, was it Pepe Reina saving, I think, two or three out of the ones that he had to face, and I think the last one was from Anton Ferdinand. But just like as a neutral, just that game was just something special. It was just one of the best cup finals I've ever seen. I don't think I've seen any FA Cup final like that ever since. It was just an absolute joy, and like that Liverpool team with Rafa Benitez, like the fighting spirit amongst that squad was just absolutely incredible. And like Steven Gerrard, one of the best captains of a club side you'll ever see.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So, Dino, your second favourite?
Second favourite? Well, no one's actually mentioned this. I'm surprised at this, to be honest. It was a home tie against Newcastle. It wasn't the most memorable game ever watched, but it had the best goal I've probably ever seen in a derby. And everyone knows what I'm going to say. Defoe, left foot on the volley. What a goal. What a goal. And, I mean...
Weak foot as well.
Exactly. It was his left foot. He's right footed.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
He's right footed.
I mean, like, you've got to understand that, like, how hard that is to do. First time coming over his shoulder and just hitting it and finding the top corner in the derby. I mean, you could try that 100 times in training and probably hit it off once, but to hit it that one time and get it right in the top corner against Tim Krul, who was arguably a very good keeper at the time. He was quite high rated. And Newcastle's team wasn't the worst team in the world at the time. And, I mean, just what a goal, and the noise was deafening. I mean, the noise was just... I mean, Defoe was crying. I mean, that just shows, like, what it meant to him and what it meant to us. I mean, I guarantee there would have been a few fans in the stand crying for how good that was. And, I mean,
yeah, superb.
That's
right on half-time as well. It was just everybody went mad. It was brilliant.
But the worst thing is, Tim Krul got a load of stick for giving praise to Defoe. I know, like, it's a derby and that, but sometimes you've got to say, what a goal. I'm going to have to say what a goal. Because, I mean, it's just one of them goals you don't see very often. And Tim Krul got a lot of stick for it, which I didn't feel was deserved, to be honest.
I think it's because the cameras caught him waiting for him as he was walking
In the tunnel. Yeah.
To be fair,
he could have said, to the game, you know what I mean, or whatever it was. He just got caught by the camera.
At the end of the day, Tim Krul saved their skin a lot in that season. Defoe's a great striker, and like obviously you want to say, that was a good goal there. Finally got caught by the cameras, but imagine all the stuff that doesn't get caught on camera. What could be like what's being done? Do you know what I mean? It's one of them, but yeah, that's definitely second for me.
Right. Well, I'm trying to push this on a bit now because we're sort of like getting short for time. My second favourite moment had to be 14th of April 2013. Newcastle 0, Sunderland 3. Our first of the 6 in a row. Paulo's knee slide, it was all that. I was working because doing the pre-match shows, was in privilege, absolutely chock-a-block, atmosphere superb. You can catch it on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. And then at the end, everybody spilled on the streets. We went out, we was out drinking, was in the bar. Still at midnight, everybody was singing their heads off. The Dirty Knees song had appeared. Somebody'd made that up, so everybody's singing the Dirty Knees song, and just got absolutely shit-faced. And I've still, to this day, I don't know how me and our lass, or what time we got home that night, I just don't know. But that was just, of all the derbies, of all the 6 in a row, that the one what started it all off for me was just superb. So moving along, quiz we can, if we can try and keep it brief. Your favourite all-time moment in football then, your most memorable. Mad Mistake?
Most memorable favourite of all time is my first ever memory as a young child. Did a bit of digging, 75-76 season, Sunderland versus Oldham, Rover Park. Absolutely chock-a-block with fans. My granddad, my dad took us to my first match. My granddad, God rest his soul, absolute legend. Took us to loads of matches when my dad couldn't take us. And I was only tiny. Took a little wooden stool and a wooden rattle, and he let me shake this rattle all of the match. I must have annoyed so many people during the game. Nobody complained. I absolutely loved it. We went on to be champions that season. We won the league. Bob Stogo, we had Porterfield Monkey. We had Bobby Kerr, so it was absolutely fantastic. I think we won 19 and drawn 2, and the game I went to was one of the draws. There you go.
So, Michael, your favourite of your top 5 memorable moments in football.
Stage is set, January 2014. League Cup semi-final, second leg at Old Trafford. Manchester United beat Sunderland.
Yes.
2-1. 2-1.
It's all right.
2-1 from the first leg. Equalises on aggregate. Bill Bardsley, and somehow David De Gea spills this in. He shoots from outside the box. De Gea spills it in the bottom corner. I went absolutely mental. But obviously that's not the best bit of the whole tie. Obviously, he go from literally elation to despair within the space of 30 seconds. Javi Hernandez forces a penalty shootout, and it's probably the worst shootout I've ever seen. And yet we somehow still ended up winning it. And it was the fact Minoni made that save from, I think was it Fabio, the left who used to play left back for Man United, under Moy, funnily enough. Just seeing us go through in a major cup final, and that's one thing I really want to see in my lifetime. Sunderland win a major piece of silverware, but that night was one of the best nights of my life.
Brilliant. Sean, your favourite?
Well, I was going to say the derby where somebody scored, but obviously I'm not. So I was going for the Sunderland against Everton game where we won and we sent Newcastle down.
That was
3-0. It was just an unforgettable night. Obviously I went to work that night, so that was even better because the Geordies were, fuming. But it was just great. I mean, Valence was a great game. And then I think it was Coney got 2, didn't he? I think Coney got 2.
Yeah.
I mean, not everything weren't great, and I mean, didn't play very good. Martinez, I think, he was getting sacked at the end of that season. But the way we played was just tremendous. And as soon as we got the goal, there was just no stopping us. And I think, you think back to that night, Sam Ali, we went around they done the walk around the close the stadium and some of the other fans. You think, if only if we just had stayed, it would have been all different. But it was a great night, great atmosphere.
There you go. Jacob?
Right, so mine, obviously, there was so many to choose from on the nomination. I had QPR, his goal against QPR, Germany 7, Brazil 1, 2014. Didier Drogba's performances at Wembley, winning the game on his own for Chelsea in cup finals. But I've gone for my first ever World Cup, I remember, which was Germany in 2006. And obviously I was just so excited for it. I mean, I just had this I didn't really follow Sunderland properly then, but just had this massive love for football. And I remember having my dad giving me a wall chart to put on the wall where I write the results. And I was just it was like a kid on Christmas Day. Honestly, I just absolutely loved it. And the moments from that World Cup, obviously, that Italy team with that defence of Cannavaro, Nesta, and just that core unit of Pirlo and Materazzi in midfield going all the way to the final. David Beckham's set piece deliveries for England. Joe Cole's volley against Sweden, absolutely unreal. But also the one player that I just adored at the time is Wayne Rooney. Obviously 2 years earlier, I just absolutely adored him in Euro 2004. Him in his total 90 football boots. The thing I loved about Wayne Rooney, he just looked like a kid taken from the stands and just put on a football pitch, and he just had this absolute massive love for the game. Every time he played with a smile on his face. He would just do things that I didn't think someone at that age could do. And I remember the quarter-final against Portugal where he was sent off for stamping on Cannavaro. Was it? Who was the player? Not Cannavaro, so he played for Italy. Ricardo Carvalho, that was it. And Ronaldo doing that wink, thinking, is there that debate? Did he get Wayne Rooney sent off? We'll never know. But I was almost in tears, basically, just because I had this massive love for Wayne Rooney. I thought as soon as he got sent off that game, I knew we were doomed for the rest of the 90 minutes. And then at the time, got beat on penalties. But I loved the final as well. I just had this massive love for the Italy team after that World Cup going all the way, winning on penalties, beating France, and obviously I don't condone violence going onto the channel, but
do you want to take a breath, Jacob? Do you want to take a breath? I'm trying to get Dino in here, and then he can get his on.
Yeah, so,
good man.
Yeah, just cutting it short. The 2006 World Cup.
Good. Have a drink. Right, Dino. Your most favourite memorable.
Since Michael took mine, I'm going to have to go Sunderland Wembley against Man City when Rooney scored. I mean, that game, in my head, we weren't going to score. I thought we were going to get absolute ton because Man City were just the team to beat. But we had a good streak against them where we won 1-0 against where G scored in the last minute when it was offside and all that. We were like their bogey team that season. And to see Barini score, and I think we scored in the first 15 minutes, and then we could have scored again, but Barini didn't pull the trigger and Company caught them up. That could have been a totally different game if we went 2-0 up. We didn't take the chances. It was a good game to watch. I didn't think we were parked the bus at all. I thought we took the game to them a little bit. And then quality goal from Yaya Toure. I mean, you could point the finger at you can point the finger at Minoni or whatever, but what a goal. What a goal. And then I think it was Nasri. Was it Nasri who scored? It was a cup final Sunderland could be proud of, and that was the first time I've ever seen my team go to Wembley and give it a go, and came quite close to pulling up an upset, and it was just great to see Sunderland at Wembley, and I mean, that'll live in long my memory for me, definitely, even though we got beat, just to see the team there.
Well, it was that thing, half-time, 1-0 up, dare to dream and all that, but great day. Right then, my favourite of my top 5 memorable moments, Sean mentioned it at number 5, but it was Saturday the 1st of September 2001. We'd gone down to Manchester and we'd got on a plane to actually go to Germany to watch Germany versus England. Was on an old DC-10. I've never shit myself as much on a flight. It was just the oldest plane I've ever been on, and it was just a horrendous flight. But we got over there. There was 10,000 England fans. I think it was raining during the day and stuff like that, but you got in the ground. You was in the old Olympic stadium in Munich and went 1-0 down and then equalised, and then right on half-time 2-1 up, and because we scored right on half time, then at half time all the England fans were singing all through half time, and then we went on to get a third, a fourth and a fifth, and afterwards you came out the ground and honestly there was the England band playing the drums, there was blokes, man, they were like old blokes just jumping around like they were kids, and I've never watched a game of football like it. Being there, but actually being there when England won 5-1 in Germany was just, I don't think it'll ever be topped. It was, I've seen Sunderland at Wembley. If you ever see Sunderland win at Wembley, then that'll probably top it. But until then, that's my number 1. So there you go. Well, what we was going to do, we was going to try and answer some questions from people who've been on the chat. But because we're going to be doing the clap for the NHS and we'll all be going on the doorstep and doing that, we don't want to clash with that. So we are going to be wrapping this up. So apologies if you've been on the chat, but I think what we'll do is if we do the same again next week, and we'll just throw it open and we'll make it open house, and you can go on the chat, ask us anything you like. Bring up a subject and we'll all contribute and have a chat with you for that. Quick shout out to Stephen Hensel, Sunderland Till I Die, Johnny Stone, as Thane SAFC, Mo Diddley, all them, they've all contributed. So to you lot. So thanks for tuning in. Do you all want to say thanks?
We're there, Philly.
Yes.
Philly. I want all of you to sing happy birthday. It's my birthday today. I want to hear SAFC Fan TV happy birthday to me.
Well, hang on.
Well, it wasn't on camera, mate.
Yeah, well, hang on a sec. Before you do that, then, it's my wife's birthday tomorrow. So if we're going to sing,
happy birthday! Oh God.
Well, it's Dino's birthday today, so we might as well. If we're going to sing it, you might as well sing it to our lass as well. Come on in, sit on my knee. Come on. Good lass.
Happy birthday, Dino.
All right. Are you in? All right. Ready then? We'll sing to these two. Ready? 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Kaza and Dino. Happy birthday to you. 56. Yay!
46.
Right, get off.
That was like cats having a fight, that was.
There you go.
Yeah, thanks for that. I'm traumatised.
Right.
Karen.
What?
Karen, happy birthday for tomorrow.
He's a birthday present. He's the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, the bathroom. Thanks, Jerry.
Oh, there you go. Right then, that just about wraps it up. Thanks for tuning in and watching if you've watched it, and we'll come back again next week. We'll do the same again. We'll make it open house, and you can all ask us whatever you want. Bring up topics you'd like us to discuss, and we'll do it like that. Lads, you've been superb. Thank you very much. Give yourselves a round of applause. Well done.
Thank you to the NHS as well. Thank
Yes.
you to everyone who's keeping this country going at the minute.
So 5 or 6 minutes outside on your doorsteps and clap for our NHS and do that, and we'll see you all. We'll see you all next week. Ta-ra.
Lads.
See you later.
See you. Ta-ra.
Is that the end?
That's the end.
Don't swear just yet. It might still be recording.